So Lorenzo, as you and I know, and as everyone watching this video knows, marketing has gone from being somewhat simplistic to being incredibly complicated. And you can look at hundreds of models about how to segment audience, customer personas, where to test, what to test. Does copy matter? Do images matter? There's all these options. So I'm a big fan of like just simplistic models. I think having a simplistic model can actually get you pretty far in understanding what is happening with marketing. And one of the simplistic models that I like to use is, if you think about people that are coming to your website, in the very simplest of terms, you can break them into three buckets, just three buckets. There are people that will never buy from you no matter what you do. And I would say 80% of your audience fit in this bucket. And that means that you can better explain the product, you can show more images, you can add more video content. They just simply won't buy. And that's one bucket. The second bucket are people that are already buying from you. And then there's a third bucket of people that need more convincing. So I think looking at it from that perspective, it's very simplistic. And I'm sure people will say there are many other ways of segmenting it. But to me, that when I'm looking at a product page, I'm really saying, okay, I know there are people that will never buy from me, and I must let go of that fact. I cannot convert them. Then I know there are people that are buying from me, and that's the reality. So then it really forces me to kind of think about these people that need more convincing. And to me, like, I just think there's so much power in thinking about marketing from the perspective of how do I communicate something that satisfies someone who needs more convincing. And the reason why I love it so much, Lorenzo, is that something magical happens. So when you are able to come up with a better way of communicating an idea to someone who needs more convincing, you are actually making that idea also much more effective for people that are convinced by the simpler explanation. So it's kind of like the tide that raises all boats. So it's a very simplistic model. I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but how do you look at it?
I mean, this is related to a 30 minutes episode that we have done, a few months ago about something that you came up with, concept that you came up with, which is like active participation, right? Like, and by the way, guys, I will put the link to the episode in here on the top. But the idea is, like like it wouldn't even make sense. And obviously, unfortunately, there are not a lot of tools out there that help you segment the audience and kind of like give a personalized experience based on the segmentation. But the reality is, like, if these three segments of users are completely different, right, they should be seeing a different page, product page, landing page, however you want to call it, because these three people are completely different, one from the another one. So, and even within like each segment, there are other segments of people that are different from each other, right? So why the hell are we going to give one experience, one copy, one type of copy, one type of image, one type of product description, one type of information, one type of everything to every single of the segments? Now, I already hear the voice, coming from our listeners that say, "But Lorenzo, okay, what are you suggesting? Give me a tool. Suggest me a tool that lets me bucket the audience in three different sections." Well, go look at active participation. We have two different episodes on that. One is the one that I told you about before. Second one is actually an application of active participation with the Kylie Jenner store. So I'll link that in the video as well. But to me, this is like the answer to a lot of low conversion rates as well.
Totally agree. Thank you for joining us today. Tell us what you think about this idea. Lorenzo's going to include the links for those episodes, so watch those episodes, and then leave us comments and tell us what you think about it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We are publishing ideas every single day, and so there's lots of ideas in our library. Go look at our archive and then subscribe so you'll be the first to know about new ideas. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Ciao.